You need Smirnoff.
No, thank you.
Smirnoff is our lovely sponsor.
They are.
No, yes, they are.
You don't have the logo on here. Well, actually, they're not sponsored for Backer.
They're not a sponsor for
Chat.
Backer Shots, but
No.
they are a sponsor for Geekgasm, so I share the love on Backer Shots.
Yes, indeed. Because they will be a sponsor for Backer Shots one day. We're going to blow this shit up.
Tell you what sponsor. The delicious Indie Volt Buzzberry, which you can mix with your alcoholic beverages.
I totally want a can of that just for the shelf.
I will send you. I'm still. They should be here very soon. Very soon. And when they get here, I'm gonna try to send them out to people. It's funny. Hey, you want some? I don't drink energy drinks. Okay, keep it as a collector's item, even though it's delicious.
Go ahead and share the video before I hit my intro.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah, here we go. The Indie Volt Buzzberry. Get it. Delicioso. It will be. It's available in Buzzberry. It's the only flavor we have, and you can order some. I'll make sure it's in the shop tonight, so you can order some, and we'll get your order out to you. You can order by the case if you want. It's delicious, delicious. No energy drink like it. It'll make you draw better. It'll make you write better. If you're a comic creator, you'll be publisher of the year in no time. Also,
publisher of the year
in no time.
No.
You know that. In fact, listen, I've heard, and I'm not sure how true this is, but I believe it's true. I heard that the only way to be considered for the like an Eisner or a Ringo Award is you are ingesting copious amounts of Indie Volt energy drink. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I'm not sure. I talked to a lot of people,
and I'm sticking to it.
I talked to a lot of people, the best people. They tell me these things, and the best people tell me these things. They told me that that's the way you get awarded for stuff like that. Speaking of awards, by the way.
Oh yeah.
On that note, I'm hitting the intro, and we will be right back, guys.
Put my awards. Okay, fine, whatever.
And welcome back to another round of Backer Shots.
Hail ho!
Hail hoes! I'll let Varian introduce himself first, and then talk about his awards.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. How grateful. How gracious. I am grateful. Hello, everybody. I'm Varian Grant. I am the founder of Indie Volt Media LLC. I've been making comics since 2008. And I am a publisher, a comic book creator, artist, father, husband, geek, gamer, reluctant taxpayer. Just paid down a ridiculous energy bill. Nita saw it, and she was like, "What the hell, man? How much power do you consume?" I'm a powerful man. Had to pay that the bill. It's bad when the numbers on it turn red. That's what they mean business. So got that taken care of. But yeah, the Indie Princess, she mentioned the Indie Volt Awards, Indie Volt Comic Book Award Show coming September 18th, 2021 from Dave and Buster's. Very excited for that show. And I was gonna tell you, Nita, the people submitting have been pouring in lately. The email for that, it's just been it's crazy. So I'm very excited for that. A lot of good books coming in. The judges are going to have a hard time choosing their best, but we are very excited for the show. The closer it gets, we're close to just 100 days out from the show right now. The closer it gets, the more excited I get for it. And it looks like we're going to be able to actually have the live show. Of course, we're going to stream from
nice.
We're going to stream from Dave and Buster's. So anybody got any streams planned for September 18th from 7 o'clock to whenever, you can forget about it. We're crushing it. Yeah, there's no need for you to be watching anything else. September 18th, you're gonna be here for the Indie Vote Comic Book Award special. We got our Hall of Fame going down. We got so much stuff going down on that show. It's going to be a blast. And Lola will be there. Lola will be there. Yeah, she's a judge, and she will be what? And a photographer. Yeah, she's gonna be there, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna play the ad for it real quick too. I'm sorry I'm taking up a lot of time, but here we go.
Go ahead.
I own the network. Somebody can blame me.
You
That's right. It's Indie Vote Comic Book Awards. You can check it out at indievoteawards.com. And there is just one last thing. We'll be announcing on tomorrow. We'll be announcing, Tuesday. We'll be announcing the second member of the Hall of Fame. So you guys definitely want to check that out. I'm excited for that too. Second member of the Hall of Fame. The first one, though, well, you guys know who that is. And let's remind everybody who it is real quick by playing the video. And then I promise to let everyone, then you guys can continue the show. I promise. Hold on 1 second. I have to do it. And since it's not here for me to embarrass him, it works.
should totally send him a link.
Yeah, here we go. All right, here we go. There he is. There he is. Randy Zimmerman will be receiving he'll be the first inductee into the Indie Vote Comic Book Hall of Fame 2021. There's the ring. Class ring he'll be getting. Everyone gets a ring. They all have their names on them. 2021. Yeah, we're excited. So Randy is in there. There's 2 more people going in. Actually, 3 more people going in. I can't tell you guys who they are, but tune in Tuesday for the second individual. I'm jamming in there into the Indie Vote Comic Book Hall of Fame. But really excited to have Randy Zimmerman, who's of course a host of the show. So is it nepotism? But no, he deserves it.
Not to mention he's such an alluring voice talent too. So
right.
What's an invite? So Randy's the first one in there, and so class ring. So yeah, if you want to, you can be there at the award show live from Dave and Buster's Utica here in Michigan. Check it out. We'll be happy to have you. And that's it. That's my intro.
And that's a wrap, folks. See y'all tomorrow.
I know, right?
Now I'm gonna get a drink unless you guys introduce yourselves. I'm out of here.
Hey guys, I'm Lola, your indie princess. I am the EIC over at indievote.com, and I am the creator and writer of Lore, and also the owner of Shocker Comics, which is an adult publishing company. And tonight, I don't know, I'll be switching between Kiss Caramel and Watermelon.
Woo!
Yeah, and I am joined by Nita.
That's me. My name is Nita Lanning. I'm SMM of Indie Volt Radio. I am the co-host of Ragin with the well, no, I'm the co-host of Ragin AVC. I am also the co-founder of Everything Ragin. I am fucking the co-founder of Ragin with the Asian and the Cajun, Ragin promos, and coming soon, Ragin bullshit. So you guys tune in and find out what that's about with this beautiful lady over there. Go ahead, Meredith.
And you're also the co-host of Packer Shots.
Well, yeah, but they can see that right now.
And what are you drinking?
Is she showing her? Yeah, her
Oh, yeah.
drink of choice.
Twisted caramel, and I've already been hitting it, so we got to get this party started and get Michael some backers.
You didn't like the watermelon. We
I
both have the
wasn't
same drink.
I wasn't wild about the watermelon, but, you know, I support it.
And Meredith.
Hey, you guys. I am Meredith Lochran. I am the associate editor of geekinsider.com, as well as the executive producer of the Geek Insider podcast. We've got several shows over there, including Ragin, who is now on the Geek Insider Network. One of the founders and partners of Ragin, where we've got stuff happening all over the place. I am also a writer, a brand new script writer, and a doodler, I guess. So so much stuff going on, and I am a consummate procrastinator, which is why I'm here. And my drink of choice tonight, because I don't feel like writing, you know, because words. I have to drive.
You're bumming me out.
It is, yeah. It's Dr. Pepper and cream soda mix.
Well, thank you for being the den mother tonight. We needed.
I will be your Splinter tonight.
No, we got a new nickname for you. It's Minter.
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 Yeah, you can thank Jody McPhee for that one.
Oh my goodness. And so I am waiting for you guys to drink your shots so that Michael Watson can get some backers here.
All right.
On that note, our guest for tonight is Michael Watson. How are you tonight?
I'm doing excellent. I am absolutely loving the vibe from everybody tonight.
And who are you?
Oh, God. Yeah. Sorry. I am the founder and publisher of Freestyle Comics, a.k.a. the most enthusiastic person in comics, a.k.a. most epic art. I host my own podcast show called The Chat and Draw Show and Agents of Nerdy. I draw comic books for a living. I do a little bit of freelance for Marvel and Upper Deck for their sketch card division. And right now I have a Kickstarter going for my flagship title, HOTSHOT, which has hit its goal of 6,000. And now we're trying to get the stretch goals going for everybody because we got a lot more awesome stuff to give away with those stretch goals.
Awesome. And we have another guest.
Oh, hey, I'm C. Michael Lanning, independent artist without that many credits behind my name. So sorry, I don't have it. But I can also, you can label neighborhood drunk behind that, maybe. I am drinking whipped cream from Smirnoff.
Nice.
Yep.
Michael, what are you drinking tonight?
I feel so lame because all I have is a strawberry milkshake.
Yummy.
There's nothing lame about that. Don't be hating on no ice cream.
I'm just saying, everybody pulling out bottles.
I do have a side of coffee.
Okay, all right.
I have a side of McDonald's Coke.
So really, it's like water and ice with a little bit of syrup mixed in there.
Well, that's what I had for dinner. So.
And we've also got C. Michael here, huh?
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, he introduced himself. He didn't say much.
Yep.
Yeah.
He said he's a neighborhood drunk.
I said I'm in the neighborhood. I said I don't have as many titles behind my name as everybody else.
I saw him sneaking a shot earlier. Did you see that? He was trying to be all like,
no, I wouldn't be doing that. What are you
trying to
about?
be all like secretive and then.
What are you talking about? I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So I'm going to bring up Michael's campaign, and so you can tell us a little bit about it. And here it is.
I did want to say that I did go get a drink, but I also.
What are you drinking on?
Well, I'm celebrating the Seagrams thing, which I shouldn't be drinking because they're not
That's no Smirnoff.
It's not Smirnoff, not the sponsor, but I'm gonna drink that. But I did bring something else. And see, Smirnoff they don't sponsor this show. They sponsor Geekgasm, but I also got a weapon in case somebody come up in the chat talking that yin yang.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Got twisted tea.
Somebody's going to hit the floor tonight.
We've seen what that can do.
That's right. Lay you out.
We're going
You gotta
viral.
drink it.
Going viral, bitches.
That's
What
what
up?
the new Ninja Turtle's going to be swinging. The tea.
I'll shut up now. Go ahead.
So, Michael, you're almost at your next stretch goal, which is 8,000.
yes.
Really close.
We're really, really close. Hoping to get that here. I would love to get that down tonight. The next stretch goal at $8,000 is going to be a digital art book, a collection of pinup images of HOTSHOT drawn by myself and a bunch of different artists. A lot of unreleased content that no one's seen that's been buried on my computer that we are finally deciding to unleash for the stretch goal. Very, very amped and very excited. I want to shout out everybody that has shared and pledged the campaign. This has gone far better than I thought it was going to go, especially funding as quickly as we did. So nothing but, shout outs and thanks to everybody that's helped out.
Well, shout out for the projects we love too.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thank
pretty
you.
awesome.
I was very happy to get that. Those things are coveted in the Kickstarter game.
Oh, definitely. You see that, it's just like all of a sudden, you get an influx of people, and I think because of that, you get highlighted on another spot in Kickstarter as well. So that's
Right.
really sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm pretty boring. So I like looking at all the numbers behind the scene of the Kickstarter, trying to gauge where things are coming from, so we can see what promotions we're doing and seeing if they're effective or whatnot. But since we got the Project You Love badge, we have been seeing them come from, just like from searches on Kickstarter of people coming around to check out things or whatnot. So with 18 more days left to go on the campaign, my happy number would be 10,000. We get 10,000.
Nice.
I'm completely satisfied. We're actually doing 10 for 10. If we hit the 10,000, we're giving everybody the brand new issue of HOTSHOT number 10 for free on top of all the books. We've collected all the issues of HOTSHOT right now into 2 trades, and we also opened up the whole FSK library. So we have a total of 19 different comic books you can get on this Kickstarter. Plus, we're giving away free digital comics from a bunch of indie creators that have, donated their books to us. So it's a chance to get on board with a lot of different comic books. And if you're trying to get to a new title, not to say that I'm biased, but I think this is a pretty good one to jump on, as you can, you got a lot of reading material there. It's HOTSHOT 0 through 9 that you can deep dive into. And also participate in some of our debates that we have on social media. Apparently, one of our characters is very hated, and it's not the main villain. It's HOTSHOT's girlfriend that everybody dislikes, even though I keep telling them that she is right for the way she feels.
You got to watch out for them girls.
Yeah, you do. But, there's two. I always try to tell them it's 2 sides to the story, and everyone's just defending the hero because he's a superhero. But, you got to see it from her perspective, too.
Mm-hmm. Michael, if you don't mind me asking, because I was reading through the campaign and it says here that you were going through a kind of a rough time in college. So this isn't like something that just popped out of your head in the last couple years.
Oh,
Right.
nope.
Real quick, he did get a backer because on my screen it said 137, and when I refreshed, it was 138.
Sure is. What?
Yes,
Do
yes,
Sure
it.
did.
Sure
What?
is. What up?
I've seen it.
You seen it?
He said
I've seen it.
You seen it? All right. Let's do it.
Wake up.
Cheers.
We are.
Come
On
on,
it.
Nita.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go.
Coffee.
I don't know if the sugar or the alcohol doing it to me.
Yeah, I think I might need a couple of weeks with the sugar-free alcohol.
Well, they do have sugar-free and watermelon and mint.
My pants is tight. Can't be letting that happen.
Michael, I want to hear about that story though. Breakup?
No
A break?
problem at all. So I'm a big Spider-Man fan. At the time when I was, putting all this stuff together, Peter Parker was my jam. He's an every person dealing with bills, school, relationships, life, and being a superhero. In college, I ended up breaking up with my girlfriend at that time or whatnot, and it was my fault. So and we had been through the ringer, and I before it was like, really before people really self-aware of mental health and things like that. I never got diagnosed with it, but I felt like at that time, like that's the closest I've ever been to depression, if I really did have it, because I would put on a mask, I would go outside, do my job as a RA, smiling, goofing around, and then when I came back to my room, I fall down on the floor and cry myself to sleep, because I just couldn't figure out how to deal with the breakup. But that did cause me to start to think about things, thinking about comic books. And it's real funny how at that time in those type of stories, superheroes were always getting back with their partner. Like no matter what happened, the relationship got saved. There was always a miscommunication or something they didn't see, or somebody's brain was being brainwashed or something, but they always ended back together. And I wanted to know, what did that look like if they didn't get back together? So no spoiler at all. Like this is a story about our character, or my character, dealing with the fact that he's not going to get back with his girlfriend. So how does he balance that? How does he work through that while going to school, while trying to be this new superhero in the city, and trying to live on his own and salvage his relationships? Now he doesn't necessarily know they're not getting back together, but their road is broken and shattered, and it's just going to be, how does he cope with all that? And I wanted to see what that type of story looked like. So I'd say probably about 50% of the things that go on in the real world for my character is based off of things that have happened to me in college.
I think that's pretty cool, because we generally people have said that being creative and depression kind of go hand in hand.
Mhm.
And I there's been times where I think I live vicariously through my characters I've created, especially with the new comic I'm getting ready to do, The Begotten. Well, I've been working on it for years, but I'm finally getting ready to release. There's this underlying message in the story that, if you know me, it's like, oh, that's clearly something Variant's still working through, even 20 years past what caused me to have that issue. So I can appreciate you doing this. Next stretch goal, $8,000.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Getting close.
Yeah, you're
Getting
super close to that. Yeah.
130. I would love to hit that on this show live and get to go bananas for a little bit or whatnot.
Oh, hey, look,
We will try to
bathed in
get you there.
Smirnoff.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Joe. That's our that's a big part of the story. Because our hotshot, his personal life plays a big role into him being a superhero. So, we really wanted that to be a big advocate for what he's going through or whatnot in the story. And I've just come to find, the more I get into my fandoms, the more I kick it and hang out with my friends and talk about this stuff, that you start to discover these little subconscious things about why you dig the characters that you like, the ones that you want to win. And like, it took me a minute to realize I wanted Peter Parker to win as Spider-Man, because his life as Peter Parker was shit, because he always took L's as Peter Parker. But he got to put on that mask, and he got to be a hero. He gets to save the day. He gets to fight back, because he has to hold back as Peter Parker. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't get to, because he's this incredible, powerful person that does not get to exert any of that in his alter ego. But as Spider-Man, he's free. He can win. So there's a lot of motivation there as a reader for why I want him to win as Spider-Man. And I want to make sure, or I want to try very hard to have characters that people can relate to. Even if they can't relate to the entirety of it, there's something reminiscent about it for them that they can go back and say, like, I've been through that, or I know someone that's been through that. I can relate to it. Because if you get more grounded with the character, then you get more invested in the story, in my opinion.
Did you put your link in the private chat so we can share it out on our page here? Let me see if I can.
I did not, and I can.
All right.
Not a problem.
So I was looking at your campaign.
Mhm.
If you wanted the physical book, what level is that? I'm trying to figure it out.
If you just wanted to get a physical volume 1 trade, all right, so that is level 2. You get the volume 1 trade for $25 and some digital rewards like that. And
Okay.
I believe we have 2 spots left on the early bird special that gets you volume 1 and volume 2 and the digitals of both copies for $50.
Okay.
We tried to design this campaign with a lot of people. Yeah, we have 3 left. We have 3 early bird specials left. We tried to arrange this campaign for new fans, old fans, for hardcore comic book collectors, and people that are new to comic books and just really want to dip their toe in it. So we have a lot of variety in our levels that we have on this campaign.
Okay.
You see here, I'm looking through the levels, and I like the way your levels are very clear and you describe, because I've been noticing on a lot of campaigns lately, it's very hard to find what you want. Like there's people, they do this a la carte thing, but it's not really a la carte. It's bizarre. So I'm glad that yours is like.
Yeah, it's taken a minute to get used to the adding too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've done screwed that up so many times, like back in a campaign, and then like shit, I was supposed to do this, and then I'd have to go back and fix something, and it's aggravating. But I'm learning it.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, it did.
What?
$139.
What?
Got us $1 back.
Hey, dollars count.
Dollars
Straight,
count.
they do. Look, hey, you ready?
Yep.
All right, go girl.
Dollar and a dream.
Yeah, dollars count. I am not going to shy away from $1. I appreciate that very much. Dollars stack up, so that's great. Because that gets us another backer, and getting more backers to know about this story is another big plus. So I want to increase the audience of our books, because we want to reach more people. So that's great. Thank you for that support.
So I see that it says HOTSHOT Volume 1. The Kickstarter collects issues number 1, number 4 for HOTSHOT Volume 1, and issues 5 through 8 for HOTSHOT Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
So are there true trades in here, or is it just the one? Yeah. Okay.
No, there's 2 trades in here. That's what we're promoting here. Volume 1 and Volume 2. And then you can get issue 0 and issue 9 as add-ons.
Okay. So 2 trades. That's nice. It's a lot of reading. See, I love like trades lately. I don't know. I think because this guy just gets to sit down and take an hour, just get lost in the story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then harass the creator or writer on Twitter.
Well, you have like a 24 page comic. You get into it, something happens. You want to keep going.
Yeah.
With trades, you usually have an arc in the trade, so you get to a closing point on it. You feel fulfilled, but wanting more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So is the second trade, is that a add-on inside the campaign, or is that is there a tier for that?
Yes, there is a tier for that. So we tried to make this accountable for a lot of different collectors or whatnot. I believe that is, let's see here. Those are there it is, level 13.
Yeah, I know which one it is. I just I'm asking people who listen to Indie Radio. I know. I asked because we got a radio audience who they listen, and right now, by the way, guys, you guys are going out to 30,204 people on Indie Radio.
Okay.
So, if you want to, you guys head over to Freestyle, FREESTYLE, comics with a K, KOMICS.net, and it'll take you to the campaign page, and you can back over there anywhere in the world. Michael is shipping to. So,
yes,
make sure that you.
We want you all to get it. I want everybody on the globe to get it.
In the early bird special night, that's HOTSHOT. That's volume 1 print. Volume 2 printed.
Yep.
Digital Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Yep, and issue 0 with the because we're gonna actually letter it because issue 0 originally was a silent issue. We're big fans of Marvel Comics when it did Nuff Said, so we did our own version of it and whatnot. But for this campaign, we are adding letters to issue 0, and you get a variant number 1 cover of HOTSHOT. When I get trades of new comic book series, I like to always get the number 1 issue, seal it and bag it and leave it alone, and I do all my reading out of trades. So again, just trying to give people as many options to get a hold of this book that that works for them.
And you've been doing this for a while too, because I mean, I've gotten an issue of HOTSHOT. Where did I? Oh gosh, was it Black Age, Motor City Black Age of Comics?
Yes.
And I picked up a copy from you. I believe that's where I got it from. We've done a lot of conventions together, so
we have.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one it was, but yeah. But I do love getting trades. I was told a while ago that people like getting trades from indie artists because they don't creators because they don't know if they're going to see us again. So yeah. They I bet I see you got you got t-shirts in here.
Yes, we do. T-shirts.
I like the mask.
Thank you. We probably got that on there a little too late now that the world's opening back up and everybody's getting vaccinated and stuff.
I still wear my mask.
I still wear mine. I was outside today and I saw a lot of people maskless. I was like, all right, I guess y'all just could not wait. But all right, cool.
Yeah, we've been open in Florida. We're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Florida's hardcore. Like, yeah, we don't care. We're open.
Yeah.
I don't blame you guys. Here we're, there's a new shirt going around at Target. It's got our governor on it. It's a little cartoon character over, and she's got a crown on, and it says "Rules for thee, not for me." Because
she's been typical. Yeah,
she's been caught doing some things like hanging out at the bar and with friends, pushing tables together, whereas the rest of us were like
kissing babies and all that nice jazz.
Yeah.
I'm muted. Our governor had a mobile bar come to his house with 50 plus guests, not a one in sight wearing a motherfucking mask in the middle of the middle of the Louisiana lockdown, which was one of the hardest in the nation. We weren't even really supposed to go to our neighbor. We were fucking everything shut the fuck down. We couldn't do nothing. This motherfucker's dancing, partying, and kissing people.
Hey, but on his defense, he brought the bar to him. He didn't go out to the bar. He brought it to him.
Telling us not to gather.
Louisiana governor
told us we couldn't gather in groups of more than 5, and we have 7 in our family. It was like
he said he shut the bars down.
He's like, get rid of 2 kids.
Get rid of 2.
Wait a minute. Throw them in the fire.
Yeah, Nita's been volunteering for 3 squares and a cot.
Ain't no joke, man. They'll drive you nuts.
That's when you go to the kids. Hey, kids, I got some bad news.
Right, Mama's going away for a little while.
3 hots in a cot.
2 of y'all's got to go. Jump in this volcano.
Yeah, governor says that you got to go. Sorry, babies. Kids get on there. I can't believe this shit.
No, then you let them fight and see who goes. That's when shit gets interesting.
Like that scene from The Dark Knight.
No, it's like Hunger Games, so they go grab kitchen knives.
Let's see what happens.
My man said the scene from Dark Knight. Wow.
Yeah.
Make it quick.
Going back to Michael.
May the odds ever be in your favor.
Michael. No. I did want to ask you because, obviously this is a superhero story. Mm-hmm. Is that what you love to read, or do you read something else? And what do you like to read? What genres and stuff?
Since I've been in college, I've been pretty open on whatever books comics I read or TV shows or not. But it's all that comes down to me is good characters, a good story. I don't care what genre it is. I am a superhero fanboy. I love that stuff. That's my go-to or whatnot. But if you got good characters with some great dialogue and just a story that just, if I can forget where I'm at and I get lost in your story, I'm there. I'm on board. I'd probably say fantasy is my second favorite thing to get into, closely followed by sci-fi. So those are probably my 3 biggest or whatever. And I haven't been reading a lot of superhero comic books. Marvel is finally about to pull me back in. What they're doing with the X-Men. I really want to see what this Hellfire Gala is about. But I've been reading a lot of manga, well, not a lot of manga, specifically My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia makes me just feel like the 90s all over again for like what superheroes are supposed to be. Like they have their thumb on the heartbeat of it. It's so good.
I noticed you have a soundtrack with this too. Is that a physical disc, or are those MP3 files you get access to? How does that work?
Yeah, right now they're MP3 files. I'm hoping when I get back to comic book conventions, I'm going to start burning CDs for it and stuff or whatnot. But 6 tracks, original tracks by some local talent in Cleveland and Columbus that, I just gave them copies of the book, let them read it. And I said, whatever music you guys come from reading at, have at it.
I've seen kind of like an uptick in this marriage of music and comic books. It's really kind of cool because they, even though they're separate, they really walk parallel lines.
They do.
And it's kind of cool to see that that you've got this going on, and that you've asked local talent to do that too. That's pretty cool.
And then it's Cleveland, where the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is. So,
yes, sir.
So it's got to be good. It better be good.
we got a couple bangers on there. My brother did one of the songs, and it was kind of unfair because he really understands HOTSHOT as a book, so his song kind of just became that theme song overall for it or whatnot. But music has always been important to a lot of us, and I just don't think we realized it until like that one track kind of just like broke the barrier, like in cinema and in TV and things like that. And then you really saw how music brought these characters to life on the screen and whatnot. And then it gets you thinking.
140. Sorry.
140?
140.
What?
Do it. Do it.
What? Oh my gosh.
Do it. Do it. I'll be numb by the time this is over. Fucking pain pills. I'm gonna be edibles and alcohol.
Ready when you are, Nita.
I'm good, girl.
You're only $55 away from 8,000.
We unlocked another digital book, so I guess I could announce that too.
Ooh,
wow!
Yeah.
Right.
What up? Look at you, Michael.
Nice.
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna save some for later, but I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, I told you I saw you sneaking that shot. See, Michael.
The force is strong with us tonight.
Hey, I love it. Thank you so much.
I was probbing myself, but obviously I didn't have to. What?
Probbing yourself?
Priming.
Oh, priming. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm there. I'm like,
yeah,
dude.
That's already hitting you, isn't it?
Dude, I know Barry was talking about taking one for the team the other night, but damn, yo.
How many meetings behind that?
I'm afraid of this conversation all of a sudden.
Where is this going to go?
Like, where'd it go?
I was telling not to sidetrack from this book we're looking at. I was telling Brandon earlier. Me and him had some meetings because Brandon is the host of Pitch to Be Crazy on Indie Vote, and we were talking about. He said, "Barry, I really want to do something more, a little bit more. I know we're backing people. So if you're not familiar with Pitch to Be Crazy for radio listeners and those watching on YouTube and later on Indie Vote TV, if you're not familiar with Pitch to Be Crazy, it's where we have creators come on the show and we tell them we show their book, we have them pitch their book, and then we have them do it again. We have two different creators, and we give them a gimmick. So it's like, pitch your book as Antonio Banderas, pitch your book as a rap, pitch your book as a action movie, and we have a judging panel, and that panel is they decide who wins. We then Indie Vote backs that person's campaign up to $50.
Nice.
And the importance of that is that we felt like if that creator is coming on our show to basically sit back and BS with us for a while, they should get something for it. We're putting our money where our mouth is. Indie Vote has been very, very good to me. So I try to spread that out to other creators. And Brandon was like, "Man, I wish we could do more. Could we? You think we could go up to $100? For every campaign?" And a lot of people don't have campaigns that have $100 tier. But we're talking about that and what to do. And it's just like this show that's not officially a part of IndieVolt, but this show, it helps the creators. They come on, we you give a bit of your time up, we get people on to back your book, and it's hopefully it's evergreen, at least for for Michael's situation, for the next 17 days. Someone can still come upon this video, it, go back it over on Kickstarter. So we appreciate everyone listening on IndieVolt Radio right now. Go over to Kickstarter and make sure you check out the HOTSHOT Collection.
Yeah, because I got 2 messages on Lore and 2 or 3 about Ego Raven days after we had done the last one. And it was like, oh, cool.
Like the cool thing about pitches is they get to pitch theirs like 2 or 3 times. So you really get it kind of ingrained in what that is. So
on here, we just get drunk for you.
Hey,
there's Brandon there. Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? That's his catchphase. That's his opening for Pitches Be Crazy. So which will be returning next Saturday. So we're gonna do a big show. We're gonna do a major show with returning champions who won. Gonna come back.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of stuff for that, and we're gonna mix it up too. We're doing some different twist on Pitches Be Crazy. We're gonna have some comic shop owners come on and pitch their store and why their store is best to come to. It's gonna be real fly.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be fun and violent, maybe even.
Somebody's gonna get pitch slapped.
Yeah, we're gonna try to make sure they're in separate states.
Right, dad jokes.
I'll get the mic back to the host of the show, though, and then you guys can have it. There you go. I'll shut it down.
Thank you, sir.
But I'm gonna switch to Lore real quick, then come back to Michael's.
All right.
There you have it. Lore, I am in demand now. I did fund. Thank you, everyone who helped me fund. I really, really appreciate it. You don't know how thankful I am, and I'm super excited to get this book in my hand and to your guys' hands because I know you're gonna love it.
I've seen pages, and I'm worried because
you like that man butt panel too much.
I didn't I knew there was adult themes in there. I knew there was I knew there would be very graphic sexual acts in there.
Man butt.
I wasn't. No, not even this. I've seen other pages, and I'm like, wow. You and your artist went there, huh? Okay.
My artist did go there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the video for you guys since I know you love it so much.
Absolutely.
It all started with an invite. Then you wake up in a cage. You would never expect what happens next. Who lives? Who dies? Are you ready to get lured?
So there you have it. It is Lore. Lore is an adults-only horror thriller graphic novel. Picture Saw meets Eyes Wide Shut. It is about a couple, Chastity and Zach. Chastity is very spoiled and she loves going to adult parties. And her husband does anything for her, so he gets dragged along to these parties. Now, Chastity's goal in life is to get into an exclusive party called Lore. When they finally get the invite after going to so many other parties and getting discovered by Blair, they realize that they should never have took the invitation.
Ooh.
So consequences of our actions.
I will never take another invitation in my life.
But if you back some of the campaign so many tiers in the campaign, you do get the invites.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
There is still time to get the special trading card of me. A couple more backers away from closing that down. Everybody that backs will get every physical backer gets the fetish sticker pack and this print that Daphne Lage did for me during my launch party. And here's
I own the original.
You do own the original.
You're such a simp.
Shut up. Well, you're not allowed to talk to me. Daphne does come on this network. You do that when we do Raging.
Nita worked hard for this original piece.
I did. I was hoeing out all over the place.
Here's the original cover. If you want something a little more risque and exclusive, you can get a wraparound cover of me. Now, this is limited to 50, and there's still time to get into it.
I see what y'all doing. Okay. I see how we gonna play this. Okay. All right.
And there is the key. It's part of my logo and plays an important role in the book, but it also is a bottle opener, so it does serve a purpose. And then there's Blair's ring. He wears that through the whole book, and it does have meaning to it. We did reach our stretch goal of 2,000, so everyone will be getting the lore holographic sticker, and now we are going for the enamel pin. If you want add-ons, I have Shocker Comics, which is my comic book company, and a t-shirt for lore. Now, if you want to dive deep into fetishes, get fetishes A to Z. Every letter has a different fetish for it. Like this one. L is for lace.
That's you, isn't it? Is that not you?
That is me. Yes, Jason Doobie, he drew me.
I can't talk to Jason.
Like,
Yeah, because I recognize that outfit, so I'm like, whoa. I've seen that. I've seen that set here in the home. I don't know how he got access to that.
that really looks
reference pic sent. I mean, she's had red hair before.
No.
Yeah. Keep talking. I hear you talking.
Or if you're into something a little weirder, here's Z for Zentai, done by Daphne Lage. And the other add-on book, Unsolicited. So I get all these random pictures, guys.
18.
I get all these unsolicited pictures from guys. I have a folder full. So I took 28 of those and made a book about it.
So it's a book full of guys' junk.
It is.
Now, you've removed
any identifying marks, things in the background that could identify you, anything like that.
So did you take like a mole and move it somewhere else? Or?
No, leave them.
I was gonna ask that. See,
who's gonna be like, I'm suing these. That's my OP. That's my original
the mole that looks like that famous mouse. Hold on, I know that mole.
Well, you've included the text they sent you with it, though.
I did. So there is a saying with each picture of what I got sent. So I showed off a picture off air, and it said, "For your butt."
Your butt.
You know, people think that when they send the photos, they're like, "Here's my penis," and now I think of something clever to say with it. For your butt. Like what? That's not.
Well, you don't want to just send your penis. You got to say something with it. You know, it's like kind of like flowers and a card.
Yeah. What about chivalry, like my lady?
Right.
You know?
And if you're
be like, here's my IP.
If you're looking for original art, I have 2 tiers left out of the 3. You can get N for nylons, or you can get the coverage of fetishes A to Z. I'm sorry, guys, but unsolicited original art is gone.
Uh-oh.
That sucker went fast.
It did.
And it was my art, so I was very happy about that.
I bet you were.
Oh, my chest was stuck all the way out.
Your IP was big.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, that's my book.
Nice.
Check back in with his.
That's what I'm doing now. All right,
Michael,
let's-
you did the lettering for this too, huh?
No, I did not.
No?
Michael knows his strengths and his weaknesses, and whenever I do try to letter something, my editor-in-chief tells me to send it to him so he can letter it. So I stay out that office.
That's good. Yeah, because it's not
Lettering
easy,
is
you
the
think.
devil.
Yeah.
Meredith, you're so good at it, and you just started. You're going to be a natural. You better
It's
start
not-
liking it, woman.
It's not as easy as you think it would be.
No, it is. It is
Not
not.
at all.
Like when you have to do lettering to the point to where, number one, you have to be able to read it. Number two, it has to match with what's going on with the art, but it cannot outshine the art at the same time. Like it needs to be a seamless integration, and that's what's so hard about it.
Yeah, I tried lettering my story. Well, I didn't try.
You
I
did.
actually did letter my first two short stories, and I had Nita in like a back
StreamYard.
room of a StreamYard, and she's like,
That sounds so kinky.
"It looks like crap. Cut it. You don't need it. Cut it." And I'm just like,
Sounded
my
like you got
words.
bored.
I never said crap, Meredith. Never. Not once did I use the word crap. I said clusterfuck. There's a difference.
All right, clusterfuck. And she says, "You don't need it. Cut it." And I'm like, my words. Yeah, no, lettering is the devil.
Yeah, dude, and I think I do a good job too, because like I see what my letterer does. I take notes. I don't just throw it up there, and I'll feel real proud about my page, and then I'll show Danny Cooper, EIC, head letterer, and he'll be like, "Send me the PSD file, please."
It's like that was really sweet. Nice try, dear.
Right.
Oh, that would be.
Oh, how cute.
Isn't
Yeah.
that precious?
Oh, wow. Bless your heart, Meredith.
No, that's terrible.
So the goal tonight is to get Michael to at least 8,000. I know we can do it. Come on, guys.
Do it.
Yeah, I actually just updated the Kickstarter because we have 140 backers, which means we unlocked a new digital comic book from Russell Nolte. Ichabod Jones #1 digitally will be available for free to go along with all the stuff that you guys are getting on the tiers and stuff. So that's an awesome unlock right there.
When it'll be cool to see you get to 8,000, especially because that should put you really close to that $10,000 mark. I think that would that be your highest 10,000?
No, right now it is. This one is the highest Kickstarter that I've ever done.
Okay,
Nice.
Yeah.
So
So
you got 17 days to go. So yeah, I think you're gonna make
Oh,
it.
yeah. I think you're going to make it because you're going to have that surge at the end.
yeah. I'm definitely. That's so funny about Kickstarters because you know what the pattern is. First week, first couple days, whatever, it's very engrossing, getting a lot of pledges. Slows down towards that second week. Third week, you get a little bump, and then you get that end rush on the last 2 or 3 days or whatnot. Just trying to track that pattern. I'm like, all right, what can I do to pad that? Because I don't want there to be fall off, but I know there's going to be fall off. So what can I do to like increase these numbers as much as I can? And also, I don't think I said it, but thank you for allowing me to kick it with you guys tonight on your platform to help me spread my word about this book or whatnot, because that's definitely, something that I've been doing like all last week, the week before, and the week before that, trying to find as many shows and podcasts and streaming shows as I can get on with people whose audience I don't normally get to interact with or whatnot, so I can try to boost that up there or whatnot. But every time I think I have a clear understanding of Kickstarter, I do another one and I get slapped in the face. Like, no, you don't.
But you're very welcome. And I want to thank you for even coming on.
Yeah, even though we don't have this on the Indie Vote like platforms. I am sharing on Indie Vote Radio. I'm trying to figure out some. There's some red tape I have to cut to put it over on Indie Vote with some of the sponsors we have over there. Because while we could be, it's weird. While we could be sponsored by an alcoholic beverage, some of the other sponsors like you can't show someone consuming alcohol. Like really? I mean, we've already kind of done that, but okay. Nothing's wrong with beer occasionally, but yeah. So we're really excited to be able to have people on all the time, different people. It really it helps. I did get a question from Indie Vote Radio. I want to read it to you guys. And we've kind of talked about this before, but it is worth mentioning. The Indie Vote versus the Indiegogo versus Kickstarter conversation. This is from Indie Vote Radio, and it's I do not care which platform I back a comic on. I think both platforms have great creators. It actually saddens me to see people choose one platform and go with it rather than explore. And that is from Kaylin. And then Kaylin, I kind of agree with you there. Sorry, let me get rid of your mic because I'm getting an echo. When I see people choose one platform over the other, I understand why that happens. I know that some creators have problems with the way that a platform does business. I know, like for example, there were some issues a creator had with one of the platforms because he felt that they didn't look out for creators, and that's fine. So he refuses to put his project there. He didn't say he won't buy projects from that platform. He just doesn't want to make money off of him, which I can respect. I can respect that. I don't see, and I have my choice, but if I was noticing today, I think the first time I backed the book was on Indiegogo, the very first time, and I just kind of backed more books there over time, and then I came over to Kickstarter because someone was doing a book and it was only on Kickstarter, so I had to come over there, and I looked today, and my Indiegogo. The contributions I made over there and the contributions I made over on Kickstarter are starting to catch up with one another. I mean, there's probably like a 7 or 8 book difference.
You guys need to do another shot.
Yeah.
Oh, do we? More shots?
141 backers.
You guys, you have that Dr. Pepper and cream soda? I know what that can do to you.
Could you hit reload?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know.
He's
All right.
$30 away.
How much?
$30
away.
30 away.
Woo!
All right,
I
ready?
came on here with the wrong,
Do it.
wrong time.
All right.
Oh my God. All right. So when I throw my head back, if I disappear, you know what happened.
Do it.
So
You fucking idiot. You'll break that chair. I'm gonna be pissed.
Why? You don't have to sit in it. I'll sit in it broken.
Sorry, Ree, go ahead. What were you saying?
So Michael, you've been on Kickstarter only, or have you done any Indiegogo campaigns?
I've done an Indiegogo campaign, and I failed. I got like 1, maybe 2 pledges. It was super long ago. And I attacked Indiegogo, or tried to do Indiegogo at a time when I didn't realize what my audience was or how to get an audience to Indiegogo. I didn't know anything about, Kickstarter, Indiegogo. I just kind of thought like if I had a project and I put it up there, the community of said site would be able to show that on rotation, and that's how people would, see it. I didn't get how it worked or whatnot. And I hadn't done a Kickstarter either. I hadn't done one until I got with Short Fuse Media Group. And they kind of managed that for me and, took me through the branches and showed me how to do it and whatnot and guided me. So I had to have a good conversation with myself, because when Sean first did the Kickstarter, he was like, all right, so I know our audience is probably going to bring in 3, maybe 4,000 to the campaign just from the audience that we've built up. How much do you think you can bring with your audience? I was like, 5,000. I got that. No problem. Again, not understanding the question. But the closer we got to the launch and stuff, you know, he started breaking down things about my social media audience compared to my convention audience, compared to people that will actually, not just the people that are going to like and share and comment on, you know, Facebook and stuff for free, but people that will actually do that and then actually spend their money with me at the same time. And I realized it was not significant at all. So I had to, a couple days for the campaign, ask them, can we adjust that number, please? Can we bring that down?
Yeah.
And I've just had a lot of success with Kickstarter. Now that Freestyle Comics is back on its own, so I've been trying to build up my name on my own Kickstarter page, and I just haven't ventured into Indiegogo. And a part of me feels kind of guilty that if I did, I feel like I'm double dipping. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm using Kickstarter, or you know, that's where my success is right now, then you know I don't know if I feel right having a Kickstarter campaign going with a Indiegogo campaign.
And see, I don't see it that way. I see if you run a campaign on Kickstarter, you go ahead, you met your goal, you transfer that funding amount over to your in-demand on Indiegogo. Because if you don't do that, you're leaving a potential audience, leaving money on the table. You have another potential audience over there.
Okay.
And so I don't like it when people run their campaigns at the same time. That's double dipping to me. But if you complete one or the other and then swap over, I don't have a problem with that. I think that's
it's kind of like going to two different stores. You know,
right?
You know, I mean, you have a different crowd over there, so you're letting people know over there about your product, same as you did over on Kickstarter. So,
well, it's like you said about you know, coming over different platforms and different audiences you may not reach. That's what it is. You know, there are people who will tell you all day, you know, oh, don't go over to that platform, or don't talk to those people. Usually those people have something to hide. They don't want you talking to those people because, you know, those people or that platform knows about them. You know, I can't
those
go.
People.
Yeah, I can't go over
those people.
I can't go over to Indiegogo. They banned my account. They're looking for me. And these experts are also people who make big mistakes that, you know, anyway, so to speak, you know, like huge mistakes. I would say, you know, finish this campaign up, maybe try on Indiegogo. I have seen though numbers, because like you said, there's a bit of a difference. I've seen people make dramatically less on Indiegogo. Lola just had a great campaign on Indiegogo, her first campaign ever. $2,145 for. I prefer Indiegogo as a customer. The reason is because when I spend money, I want to know what's gone.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Indiegogo takes it automatically. I wish that I wish Kickstarter would at least give me the option to just take it.
Take it now. Take it now. Me too. I wish they would. Because we end up looking back at like the end of the month or something, or like we had like 4 big ones back to back that hit us this week, and it was like, oh shit, we're gonna be eating some ramen, and y'all use 3 sheets of this expensive ass toilet paper, no more.
It's one ply. We don't get
whatever
fancy.
We're not fancy. Fuck this, man. We po now.
Yeah, I'm sending some IndieVolt.
Y'all want some mayonnaise sandwiches?
I'm sending some IndieVolt ramen out with people who backed our book. Like, here you go, here's some ramen. I know it may have cost you.
I shared your campaign on all my Facebooks and on my Twitter, so hopefully we can get $30 more for you.
And the reason I have a reason why I prefer people to do Kickstarter first too, and that's because the amount you made will transfer over and show up on your Indiegogo account after. And on that in-demand or full campaign, if you decide to run it, people see that number and they're like, oh, this is a good product. Whereas if you go to Indiegogo first and it's 0, you know, like, I don't know. But you see people back in and you see this project already has support behind it and it does something in the head. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to go throw some money at this guy.
Yeah, well,
I've actually
Kickstarter.
It's psychological.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, definitely psychological, but I've seen people who did that, you know, they brought it over to Indiegogo and basically used Indiegogo as a store because they used the Kickstarter money to print the books and ship them out to the people who backed them. But, you know, you have a little extra, you print more than what you absolutely need, right? So you have some inventory, then you use Indiegogo as a store. because a lot of people, they might not have the website that generates traffic where they can sell, or they might not have, um, the reach to go online, or even go on other shows and say, hey, by the way, I've got this book here, and if you PayPal me, they don't think about those things. So it's really another option to have in your toolkit.
And I would tell just get a store, just get an online store, because people don't realize this too, Meredith, that because I backed the book that was in demand on Indiegogo, and the campaign owner wasn't checking his email, so I had to reach out to him on Twitter, like, hey, I ordered the book like 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen it. I know it's out. Oh, I'm sorry. He's put it in the mail, and I got it like 3 days later. But he hadn't been checking it. Online store, if you set that up right, you'll get that email automatically. Plus,
Right.
I didn't realize this, but when you go into in demand on Indiegogo, what they take goes up a bit. So their percentage will go up a bit more rather than stay where they're at. Like when your campaign is active, they have a setting, but when it goes in demand, it goes up. It's pennies, but still, it's worth noting. They're gonna take a little bit more. Oh, I'm sorry, I stepped over you.
Oh, so Michael, I had a question for you.
Okay.
You mentioned that you're on your own now, right?
Yes.
So I know Short Fuse Media is on a hiatus for right now. Will your book carry any of the Short Fuse address, or have any type of tribute for the time you spent over there, or is it just you only?
Are you saying we're going to do a tribute page for Short Fuse?
Yeah, is it going to have like any of the trade dress for them, or a tribute page, or anything mentioning them?
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, we're doing a tribute page, and when we reprint the original issues or whatnot. But I've already. It took me, 2 days, but I've already redone the graphics and dressings for the books, because I was originally trying to get the book printed last week, both the trades and the #1 variants, just so when the Kickstarter campaign was done, I got funded, I could immediately start shipping stuff off or whatnot. But then we decided to close the doors of Short Fuse, so had to readdress all the graphics and stuff like that. But we are going to have a little something in there, not in the trades, but in the on the new issues that we have, just kind of like letting people know. So like with HOTSHOT #10, it'll be addressing the switch over or whatnot. And I'll probably put it in all our #1 issues, because we all know #1 issues sell more than anything. But yeah, my time over at Short Fuse was pretty freaking amazing. Like I wouldn't be anywhere where I'm at right now, or have the knowledge that I do, without working with a Short Fuse Media Group.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but Sean had reached out to me a couple of years ago, and he says, Varian, he said, I was wondering if you'd be interested in being our convention. I forget the term he gave me. Basically, I would be, looking over the conventions at Short Fuse, because he'd seen that I, go to a lot of cons, and I was like, oh man, I said, I got my own table and stuff. I'll be double. At that point, shit, maybe running 3 different tables. And I was like, I'm happy to do it. And he's like, I said, yeah, let's have a conversation. And then I got sick.
Oh,
so,
okay.
I didn't, obviously I wasn't able to do it, but it would have been it always seemed like they were having a lot of fun over there. I got a lot of Short Fuse books. And Sean for a while lived very close to me. We never met in person, but he lived very close to me. He was in Southfield, Michigan.
Okay.
And my original office for my original publishing company was in Southfield. Then I moved to downtown Detroit. I moved the office to downtown Detroit.
Okay.
While I sit safe, quote unquote, in the suburbs. But yeah, it's one of those things. Like, it's really cool to have another publisher near you that you can kind of message, and somebody who's actually doing real business. They're moving books. They're not just, it is inspiring too, because to see him pull people together. And, he went through it. I'm glad to see sometimes it wasn't just me going through the shit, with people. Meredith, you had mentioned that having the stores, the online stores, and having well, I know you're getting ready. Your book is prose, and are you gonna have it outside of like a Kickstarter or Indiegogo? Or are you gonna have it?
Hoeing that thing everywhere. I mean, because it's
It was the
prose.
master hoe.
Because it's prose, it is going to be on Amazon. Because the Kickstarter, I was kind of running the numbers, and I did want to talk to you guys about that. You know, when it comes to deciding to ship international, knowing that there was going to be a version up on Amazon to reach the international backers, you know, without the Kickstarter. You know, that was an option that I was looking at. Having it available on my website. Yeah, I mean that, and you know, I'm going to be getting those printed very soon. So having physical copies, so that if I'm on a show, you know, when I do my intro, I can just kind of pick up my book and go, hey, you know, here it is. If you're interested, contact me. You know, so I mean, have your Cash App ready, have your PayPal, have your Stripe, whatever it is, you know, so that people can contact you directly, especially if you don't have a store. A lot of people don't have a website, and a website does take maintenance and stuff. I used to be in the corner where everybody should have a website. Everybody should have at least a landing page, right? But with social media and everything, you have things like Linktree, you know, where you can put all of your links in one spot and people can find you very easily. Um, you almost don't need it, but I still recommend having that presence, right? Everybody should have a little corner of the internet that's theirs and not belonging to Mark Zuckerberg, you know, because screw Facebook.
That's why I love her.
My-
Do you
my-
want to know why she's everywhere with me? Because I love her brain so much. So I can lick it. Be like,
but I mean, so you know, by having that presence and things like that, and the longer that you have a website and people do the backlinks and things like that, you show up as an authority on Google searches, you know. So I mean, I highly recommend that people do a Google search of your name and your usernames and make sure that your stuff is legit and nobody is like squatting on your name. Really important stuff, especially if you're branding, especially if you've got product out there. But as for a store, yeah, I mean, I'm with Nita. Don't leave money on the table. Seize every opportunity that you can, because it's out there. People want to part with their money. They really do, for a good product, especially if you're a nice person and not a jerk, you know. And so they want to support you if you're a decent human being, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I've done that. I've been like, oh yeah, that guy's cool. Yeah.
and how many times have you looked at a campaign and been like, oh, that dude's a dick? Like, it's happened. It's happened.
happened.
And
Yeah.
the future some more. So
I saw one recently, and it was like, man, I'm not going to name names or talk about IPs, but yeah, I was scrolling through. I was like, oh, this looks really good. I'm scrolling, and then it's like, oh yeah, fuck you, buddy. Yeah, fuck yeah.
hmm
Hey, Grant.
What's up, Grant?
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. It's like, be a decent human being. Have, you know, do your social media. Have the website. Don't leave money on the table. You know, and all of those things will eventually come together, right? It's there's no such thing as an overnight success. You know, with this story here, Michael, you've been working on this story for how long?
Oh wow, it's damn near 20 years.
Yeah, you know, and the fact that you're almost at an $8,000 goal for this Kickstarter, you're putting so much into this. You know, and people are going to be like, "Oh, he's making so much." It's like blah blah blah. They don't see how much work you've put into it, and getting out there. Most creators are the worst marketers because all they want to do is focus
That's
on
terrible.
what they're creating. You know, so they do that outreach and stuff, and it's like they're almost apologetic for getting on shows, whether it's
Yeah.
Backer Shots, whether it's Indie Volt or Ragin, or it doesn't really matter. You know, it's like, hey, can I get on your show? It's like, no, hey, I got a thing. I'm not a jerk. It's like, help me, you know, and people generally want to help. They
Yeah,
really do.
yeah. you're absolutely right about like the work that you don't see, because there's a ton of creators that I'm a fan of, and I support a lot of Kickstarters, and I'm just looking at some of these numbers. I'm like, damn man, how are they doing it? Because they are crushing it. And me working with Short Fuse, and then switching over to managing the campaigns myself, it's like there's a lot of work, just like and I actually have to thank the pandemic, because if we didn't have the pandemic, I would not have been sitting around my house trying to figure out how do I get my convention fix, because that's the stuff I was missing. Sitting at a table next to somebody, selling, pitching, talking about geek shit while we're selling our stuff. That person gets up, I cover their table, I get up, they cover my table. How can I get that interaction? And that's where Chat and Draw came from. And I'm coming up on 150 episodes of Chat and Draw. I have met a ton of creatives that I just weren't in my circle or on my radar, and I'm like, this book is dope. Like, this book and this character you have is dope. I've never heard of it. And me having that show and having the audience I have, but then also getting that person on my show and bringing their audience with us. So we're sharing audience, we're swapping sides, and being vocal, being online, and being within the community. Just like not just saying buy my shit every day or whatnot, but actually participating in geek discussion and indie discussion. Advocating for other people and things like that. That's a job on its own. And I think a lot of people can tell when you're just BSing it, or if you're genuinely in love with what we do and you're trying to add not only yourself to it but help. But like a year and a half of that, and before everything shut down, going to the conventions, like that's like where we're at right now is thankful to the community that I'm involved in, to all the people that have helped me, all the people that I've helped. And he was talking about how like the you could tell what the levels is. I've had Lori Foster, Ted Sakura, and Moana McAdams go through my levels and tear them the hell apart. Like Ted looked at my page and he's like, man, I hate to do this to you, Mike. I really do. But they're not clear. I can't tell which is which. And
That's
I was
what
like,
you need, though. Them people that'll be straight with you. That's who you
yes,
want in your corner.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Not another ass slicker. There's enough of that.
Right. And Moana is always motivating me to be, Mike, you need to put more value on yourself and what you do. You out here working. Raise that price some. She's always in my ear doing that. And Lori Foster is just like, she's been everywhere on the campaign, fixing edits, making things sound cleaner and things like that. Danny Cooper helping me come up with the ideas for how we're going to do this, and planning like the future of FSK, because what we're saying with this Kickstarter is, while we're making all the books available here, is that this is your ticket to the ride to Freestyle Comics. Once we get done with this campaign, we're going to deliver on this campaign. We'll take 30 days off or whatnot, maybe not even that. And then we're going right into our next campaign. We don't want to, now that we are at a point to where we feel we're comfortable, where we can do books, we want to release a new title or a new issue every 2 to 3 months. And once we do that, we don't want to stop. I don't want to have the same mistakes that I made, years ago. I don't want to fall on my face again, or, not know where the money's coming from, or this happened and I'm not able to do that. We want to bring out content every 2 to 3 months. This is the first pivot in that goal to make that happen. And, it would not be possible without all the friends, assistance, critique, feedback, support, sharing, and all that stuff that I've gotten over the last year and a half.
Mm-hmm. So now with your live stream, with the Chat and Draw, and then Freestyle Comics has its website and stuff. Where else do you guys have your social media presence? Where is your audience?
That's where I'm trying to figure out. I'm starting to build an audience on social media. Right now, based off of everything that I've done, I know my strongest audience is on Facebook, but that still needs improvement. Prior to the pandemic, I could tell you without a shadow of a doubt, my audience is the convention audience. I go to a lot of shows. I go to about 20, 25 shows a year. I do several panels. I do a lot of guest speaking. I do a lot of pitching and selling at my table. That's where I thought my money was going to come from when I came to Short Fuse, but I didn't realize my convention audience isn't my social media audience. I communicate or have an attachment with them when I'm in their face and I'm there to sell it, versus being online and having to sell something. So I've been working for the last couple of years to push my social media presence on Facebook. It's getting somewhere on the streaming shows because I've got to look past, what the show is. Like, I'm like, this show is a great idea. Why aren't people watching it? I kind of got to get out of that shadow and think about what can I do to bring more people in to watch it. And we've brought on Inevitably Dope, who is a big TikToker, Twitcher. He does great little voice announcers over anime. Hilarious dude. And I brought him on to be a co-host of our Agents of Nerdy show. And Midori Hana, who is a cosplayer, she does a lot of stuff in the arts and things like that. And she's a big Twitch streamer as well. And we brought her on the show. So while my audience may not be super big on Twitch, it's starting to build up. But we bring the Midori and we bring the ID audience in with us. And now we're averaging 30 to 40 people watching our show for 2.5 hours. And, that's our Twitch audience. So now it's trying so how do you crack the code with Facebook? How do you crack the code with Instagram? And haven't quite figured out the Instagram thing yet. I think once you figure out what your one or two social media platforms are, unless, you've got other people to help you manage them, whatever, the other ones are going to just kind of fall by the wayside and you just get what you can from them. Unless, unless you have a name with some impact out there.
Well, I think that's something that's really important, and you touched on it, is the fact that, you're kind of getting a feel of where your audience is. And because of that, you can really cater to them and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, have a social media presence elsewhere. You don't have to spend so much time on it, especially if your audience isn't there. But you need
Be everywhere.
Get everywhere, because you need to make sure that you secure your username. That is part of your brand,
Right.
So if you sign up for everything, that's fine, but because unless you have a huge team, there isn't enough time in the day to manage all of it. But secure your username. That's your brand. That's the future.
Secure your username and then find promoters. There are promoters across all networks.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've got your people who prefer to promote on Twitter. You got people that prefer to promote on Facebook or Instagram. Find those people. They're there. Find them and freaking be like, hey, show me some love, and they'll do it because that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And not all of them charge. A lot of it is, like you were saying,
Majority don't charge.
It's that cohesive relationship. It's like, hey, you know what? We're trying to build our audience too. So you want to find those people because they're just as hungry to build that audience and that network.
Yeah, you got to be creative with how you work with some people, because honestly, a lot of people, as you're saying, that they want to build their name and stuff. A lot of people don't want money. When I was talking to ID and I got him on my Chat and Draw show. After the show, we talked, we hit it off. Asked my wife, she was in our bedroom and I was in the studio recording or whatnot, and she was once the show was over, she came in and was like, I swore you guys just sounded like two brothers who were lost and you found yourselves today on the show. You guys just hit it off so well. And so the next time I talked to him, I said, hey, what do I got to do? How does this sound? Because I know he wanted to do merch. He had not launched a merch line yet. I said, I'll bring you on my show, Chat and Draw, and design your t-shirt line if you come co-host on our show, Agents of Nerdy, every Friday night and bring your audience with you. And he was like, bet, that's easy. Because so finding something that we both wanted and we both could use that did not involve money. Mm-hmm. It gets me another episode of my show, which I get to interact with his audience again. And then we got to rebrand, redesign, and relaunch our podcast show as Agents of the Nerdy. And like I said, we're averaging some pretty decent numbers for a show just starting off. Of course, it could be better. We want it to be better or whatnot. But when you come from averaging 2 to 3 people watching for 20 minutes to now 24, 29, 30, 35 people are watching for the entire show, I think that's a good positive jump.
Oh yeah, and that trade-off is great, because a lot of times, what you might be really, really good at and what seems easy, and you're like, yeah, that's nothing. It's like I'm getting this guy for that. It's like, I mean, we all have those skills, and a lot of times I don't think we recognize the value that we can bring to the table, but when we talk to people like that and we barter and trade and work together, it can become a real beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and something else that I noticed, this year, which I think is helping a lot of people, maybe not everyone, I don't want to be that definitive, but I think I see it working with a lot of people, is like there really has not been any beef going on in this quarantine. During this quarantine time, I've seen indie creators just like team up, support people, share things, be in conversations in a positive way. I have not seen any arguments, any beef, or anything like that. And there wasn't like a town hall meeting or something that just said, "Hey guys, let's get on the same page." It just happened. Like people just started working together, and I think that's a pretty good thing too.
Now,
They tried.
I do.
Yeah, they tried.
I do have a
The
question,
beef is
though.
there, but it's on another table in the back corner somewhere.
So now, because we spent
Stinking up the place.
we spent about a little over a year, kind of cooped up and stuff like that. And online has been pretty much the lifeline and the end all be all, right? Now that the world is opening up, people are like, "Oh, we don't need it anymore." And I think that will define who just needed to stay busy so they didn't go insane, and who is really kind of taking it serious, because I think to say, "Oh, the world's opened up, I don't need you anymore," is a mistake.
Yeah, I hope people don't do that. Like, I hope it stays like this, because like it's just so much more fun. Like, I want to work with more people because of like the atmosphere in the indie community and how it is now. I want to share my character with other people and figure out how we can do crossovers, or just bringing people onto online panels and shows like this, and just chill out and just have geek discussions. So I definitely hope it's not like that. I'm dying to get back to a comic book convention. Like, I need it. Oh God, I need it. But we'll see.
I think also the people have. Ooh, you broke 8,000.
Oh
shit!
Yes, you did.
What? Do it.
Congratulations,
Let's go.
Lola. All right.
I got a pour mine.
And I was going to say, wow, congratulations. We saw that here on Backer Shots.
Oh,
I'm not going to be able to stand up after this.
you don't need to stand up, baby. Just lay there and be all right. Ready to go.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Woo, nice.
Wow.
Backer 142. That's awesome.
Make sure you don't dox anybody. I see your update stuff is open, so you don't want to click anything and then
don't
Yeah.
don't dox them.
Thank you. Thank you.
But being online and everything and having that presence, as opposed to the conventions. Now, don't get me wrong, being face to face, I've been in retail my entire life, right? And it's so important to have that smile, the handshake, to touch physical products and things like that. But
And
online,
touch physical people too.
and touch physical people too.
I can't wait to touch you, Meredith.
Don't make it weird, Nita. Don't make it weird.
Sorry.
Touching you,
Not
Nita.
in front of me. Jeez.
I'm
MegaCon
hugging all of
Orlando.
you, Nita.
MegaCon Orlando. That's when Meredith gets pregnant.
But what I was saying is that, you got another one.
Holy shit!
Oh,
God. I'm gonna get pregnant tonight. Oh my god!
I came on at the wrong time.
Oh yeah.
So what I was saying is that because of the
Ready?
conventions, you have
Do
such
it.
a local connection, right?
Uh-huh.
But online, now you're reaching an international audience.
Oh,
And it's like to reject that and go, see you later, bye, because I miss people so much. It's like, hey, wait a minute.
And
Don't
again.
forget
Oh wait,
them.
no, that was my refresh. I'm just ready to fucking drink.
I'm gonna run out.
I got a whole bottle of watermelon you can have. in here.
Watermelon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
well, I'm actually gonna wrap up the show, guys. We are a half hour over,
Oh.
Oh yes, ma'am.
but I did want to get Michael to his 8,000. That's why we lasted a little longer.
Awesome.
Nice.
Oh, all right.
So happy. Way to go.
You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. I will definitely be sending more people and recommending more people to you guys. This is This is just great. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you to everybody that tuned in, hanging out with us and pledging and supporting the Kickstarter campaign. I appreciate it a ton. Like, this smile is going to be on here until I fall asleep and probably after that. So
Nice.
You are very welcome, and I'm glad we could get you to that 8,000 mark.
Yeah, that's now he's got that. He should be good for. He should be on track for 10,000. No question.
Yeah.
Woo,
Yeah.
get that 10.
You'll
Gonna
probably
make that.
get more
17
people
days to
coming
go.
in.
Oh, he got this. He got it.
This.
I shared your campaign all over the place, so
Yeah,
don't be
we've been
surprised
hoeing you
with more
out.
people coming out.
You can
I
make
appreciate it, man. Awesome.
that. Look, that's a stretch goal. I'm gonna hit another shot.
Oh, yeah, dude.
What?
I can't do anymore, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
Shoot.
I'm just not
Girl.
gonna stand up anymore. I'm right here for the night.
All right,
Sorry,
you ready?
sweetheart.
You ready? No, it's
Take
okay.
one for me.
Ready? Go.
Oh,
Mm. Oh.
Yeah.
We'll see. Where can we
wow.
find you at?
Me?
And to
C. No, C. We're going down and up.
Oh, okay. You can always find me on Facebook,
Down and
on
up.
Twitter, and Instagram. I do some Silverline stuff. I have some Silverline stuff coming out, and some other things I can't talk about right now, but I am definitely excited for. So keep an eye out for that. Always look for C. Michael Lanning, and you'll be able to find me.
And yes, Nita, we are going down and up. It's a fun time. My other half.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's him.
I don't know what. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Yeah, find me at indievolt.com. That's INDIEVOLT.com. Also, please check out Liberty Entertainment Distribution Group. We are helping getting your independent comics in stores nationwide. And when I say stores, I don't just mean comic book stores. So yeah, ledg.us. Go sign up for that. I've been told I don't brag enough about Liberty, but we don't take there's no fee. We don't take any fees from our publishing partners. So there's no we're not getting our taste off of the money that you got coming, and we allow our publishing partners to make their own prices. So that's already way different from other distribution companies. ledg.us, more information. Find my personal website, whenweriot.com. You can always find me on Twitter, KYD_V. That's kid_V on Twitter. Variant Grant, or some version of that on pretty much every other social media network there is. Yeah, that's pretty
And
much
check
it.
out indievoltawards.com.
That's right.
Submit your book. It is a real award show. It's not a popularity contest. You will be judged and judged fairly.
that's
That's
what's
right.
up.
Indie Vote Award, check it out. We will be September 18th. There's a small fee to enter, but that fee goes to Autism Speaks, which we're helping raise money for their the programming and things that they do to help people, which it's obviously a worthwhile cause. So check that out. IndieVoteAwards.com for more information. You can always reach out to me if you have any questions as well. And that's it for me.
Michael?
So we've been talking about branding and being able to find each other online very easily. And you can find me on all social media as Most Epic Art, the most enthusiastic person in comics. Our website will be back up after the Kickstarter is over. So that's freestylecomics.net. And if you are free on a Wednesday night, or come check me out on Chat and Draw. I always have different creatives on there drawing their characters and chatting up with them. Or if you just want to argue or vent about the latest frustration in mainstream geekdom, you can come see us Friday nights at Agents of the Nerdy.
Nice.
Yeah, you gotta get me on the show, Michael, so I can put my book out.
Hey, you let me know what date and we will get you booked.
I'll message you.
Huh?
I'll message you.
Okay, cool. I got you.
Meredith.
Yeah. All right, you guys. You can find me at linktree.com/Ragin AVC. That's V as in Victor, or vagina.
Vagina.
Vulva. Yeah. So yeah, Ragin AVC. You're gonna find all our social media links there, as well as Nita's and my personal link trees there as well. So you can follow us everywhere on social media. I am also the associate editor over at geekinsider.com. Make sure you go over there and just follow along, because we do entertainment, we do geek stuff, we do comics, movies, books, and more. Nita.
And my sexy other half.
What Meredith said, Raging Linktree / Raging. I could be found raging everywhere every day of the week. I could, except for Mondays, because we're taking Mondays off because we're hoes like that. And I could be found on Backer Shots on Saturdays and occasionally on Geekgasm on Wednesdays and slutting around Indie Vault randomly. So yeah, that's it.
And guys, the best way to track me down, because I am everywhere, is Linktree indie_princess. You will find all my links there, including a link to my book that is in demand lore. You can find it all there. Track me down. I won't bite that much.
At least not without consent, right?
Consent is key.
All right.
And on that note, it is a wrap. Bye,
Awesome.
guys.
Thank you, everybody.